Ladies and gentlemen, we are at Hudson River Park. Stop letting other people's actions dictate your mood. Stop letting other people's actions dictate how you feel. Stop letting people get in your head so much. Don't retaliate based off of what somebody's done. Start acting because of somebody else's actions or words. You're letting them have way too much power over you. Now, I've been in positions where people had way too much power over me, and sometimes I'd look back and I think, like, I wish I didn't say what I said in reaction or do what I did. You in a relationship, you get cheated on. The first thing you need to do is go to the doctor and get tested, make sure your health is okay. Once you got that straightened out, just leave. Once you know you're all right, just go. What are you retaliating for? Why are you stooping to their level? You don't always have to stoop to somebody else's level to prove a point. I know it's hard not to, because your emotions get involved, and it's hard to think over your emotions. I mean, we've all been in situations where we got cheated on, we was in a relationship, our emotions got involved, and we probably did something we regret, or we stooped down to their level, childish stuff like that. Me personally, now that I'm older and a little bit wiser, I'm in a relationship, I get cheated on, first thing I'm doing, I'm checking on my health. As long as I ain't got nothing, my health is good, I'm just gonna continue on about my day. Yeah, I'm gonna be hurt, I'm gonna be sad, but you gotta learn how to just take it on the chin, charge it to the game, continue your life. That's way easier said than it is done, obviously. People have hard time just doing things like that. But the thing is, when you can just move on, that'll hurt them way worse than you retaliating. When you can show you have a control, when you can show that they don't have as much power over you as they want to have, that's the best way to go. Now, if I get cheated on and I go to the doctor or something, and then I find out I done caught something because they done went outside of the relationship and was fucking around, probably gonna have a hard time getting my foot out of her ass. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be pissed, obviously. Especially if I got something from her that I can't get rid of. It's gonna be hell to pay. I'm not gonna even lie. That's not how you should go about it. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, you probably saw the signs of the type of person they are. You probably kept yourself in that situation when you shouldn't have in the first place. Not saying that's always the case, but it could be. But people can be faithful to you for a long time, and then all of a sudden they switch up on you. But I digress. My point is not relationships. My point is to not let other people get you out of character. In any situation, I was just using relationships as an example. You can be in a friendship, a co-worker situation. It don't matter. Don't let people have that much power over you to where you acting out of character. So, don't let other people get in your head. Learn how to act. Retain your power. Don't let anybody take that power away from you. Don't get so emotional. Yeah, it's hard, but you got to learn to just chill out for a minute, think, make a plan. Once you start thinking and whatnot, you better able to have a plan of action. You know what I mean? And you gotta get out of your head. You know what I mean? In general, you gotta get out of your head. We are our own worst enemies. You know what I mean? It's you against you. You don't really have as many enemies as you think you do. It's really you. If you can overcome yourself, you can overcome a lot. Get out of your head. Stop thinking so much about certain situations or how you should go about certain situations, and make a plan and start doing it. Don't stay stuck in your head for so long, whether that be thinking about shit you should have did or shit you should do. Because the more you think, the more time passes. Don't get stuck on thinking. Yeah. We find ourselves getting stuck in our heads a lot over petty things, and it's draining, you know what I mean? We get stuck in our heads a lot, and it's very draining. I'm cold. I'm finna put a long sleeve shirt on. Give me 1 second. Very glad I brought this shirt. Now, like I was saying, we lose ourselves in thought a lot as humans, and it's natural. It is what it is. Don't be so inside your head that you're too frozen to make decisions and move. Something even I'm still struggling with from time to time. Like, I'm not always able to control my thoughts. It's progress. It's not an overnight thing. You get better and better at it as you make effort. If you're not making any effort, you're not going to see any progress in anything you do. It's another thing. Why aren't you putting any effort into what you think about? Like, what are you doing? Why stopping you from actually acting on your thoughts? It could be as simple as, taking small steps towards what you want to see change in your life. Those small steps can add up, as I've said before. The more steps you take, the more progress you make. Are you too distracted? You might be. Pay attention to what's going on around you and what's really taking your attention away from what you need to be doing with your life. What people are taking your attention away from what you need to be doing in your life. Something I've talked about already, and I'm not going to go too in depth with it again, but just something to think about. Mostly thinking about what actions do you need to be taking right now to do what you want to do and need to do with your life. Even if it doesn't fully make sense, just start, do something, figure it out along the way. It's not always the answers aren't always apparent to you right there, then and there, especially if you're not doing anything to find them. Sometimes the answers come to you along the way, but you have to take actions in order to get to those answers. You know what I mean? Nobody has the answers off the bat. You got to go find them. What are you doing to go find them? Do not avoid confrontation. Don't be passive aggressive. That is just lame. You don't want to be a passive aggressive person. You want to, be direct with everything you come into contact with when it deals with people. You got to learn how to talk and articulate your feelings to people, no matter where it leads to. It might not be comfortable talking about it. It might not be a comfortable conversation for you or whatever, but it's better than being indirect. You know what I mean? Passive aggressiveness is bad. I don't know how to put it. And like I just said, a lot of people try to avoid confrontation, but it's something you have to get used to, especially if you're trying to be in spaces where you need to be to get to where you're trying to go in life. Not everybody is gonna like you, and you got to come to terms with that. That's okay. It's okay for people to not like you. If you think that everybody is meant to like you, you live in a delusional world. You know what I mean? No matter how much of a good person you are, no matter how nice you are to people, there are people who just won't like you for whatever reason, for one reason or another. There are people you probably don't like, and you don't really know why you don't like them. Or they might have certain characteristics or quirks that just make them unlikable in your eyes. And that's okay. But don't be passive aggressive. Be direct and tell people how you feel directly. Because how are you going to get to your goals and achieve your dreams when part of doing that and part of self-improving and developing as a person is dealing with people? And that's going to cause you to run into people who you might have disagreements with. And, those disagreements don't have to end up in violence or anything unless they put their hands on you or whatever. You have to, when you come to disagreements with people, you have to learn how to articulate your feelings, say what you need to say, get it off your chest right then and there. What you don't want to do is be indirect with your feelings and, however you feel. Tell people how you feel from the get-go, right then and there when it needs to be said. Don't wait until they're gone. Don't wait until you're away from them to start thinking about everything you wish you could have said in that moment. No. Take your time to say everything right then and there, no matter what the outcome is or how they feel. You might think something may happen in a negative way, in a negative sense. That's not always the truth. That's not always the reality of it. Just say what you got to say to people and you'll be all right. You can say you got it off your chest no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is. Being passive aggressive is lame. You don't want to do that. That's sucker behavior. Like I just said, if you're living in a world where you think everybody is meant to like you because of whatever reason, then you're living in a disillusional world. That's just not, you're looking for acceptance. That's what you're looking for. And not everybody is going to accept you, no matter what circles you're in or environments. And that's okay. That is okay. Get used to that. because as many people that don't accept you, there will be a plethora of other people that love you for who you are, who accept you. So yeah, don't run away from confrontation. Embrace it, especially when you're trying to develop yourself as a person and reach your goals in life. You might not have came into contact with it yet, but you will come into contact with people who will stand in the way of your goals and your dreams. And you have to learn now, that it's okay to come into those confrontations. Learn how to overcome them. Learn how to overcome those confrontations so you can know in the future how to better get to your goals and dreams and get past the people who stand in the way of them. You know, um, there might be people who you need in your corner, in your circle. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to fight for nobody who don't want to fight for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring anybody else into your BS and you can't even fight for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself so other people can stand up for you. You know what I mean? There will be people in your corner, but who wants to vouch for anybody who don't even want to, protect themselves, or like I just said, stand up for themselves. Don't be a person who is scared to face other people and talk to other people. And if you're an introverted type of person who just not used to talking to people or whatever, it's understandable, but you gotta come out of that. You have to get into a headspace where you know it's coming and you ready to deal with it. You'll better be ready. Better be able to deal with it once you get it in your head that it's gonna happen. You might say something, that person might not like you for it. Oh well, that's okay. That's why. Stop trying to stay on people's good side all the time. You might have to say some shit to them that they won't like. It is what it is. Some things have to be said, especially when it comes to your mental health. That does to your mental is bad when you keep things in like that. Say what you got to say to people. Leave it on the table. At the end of the day, you can say you got it off your chest. It won't eat away at you mentally later. I've had points in my life where I got into confrontations with people, and later on I'm thinking like, damn, I should have said this, or I wish I would have said that. Can't be like that. No. Say everything you need to say right then and there. Even if it takes you time to say it. Slow down, think about what you're finna say, articulate your thoughts, say what you gotta say. If you're in a heated argument, if it turns into a heated argument, slow it down a little bit so you can think. It's a loud ass helicopter. But yeah, it's okay to slow things down a bit so that you can get your thoughts out and say what you got to say to people. There will come times where you're going to be in situations where, you might have to stand up for somebody else. You know what I mean? It's okay to have their back, but don't put yourself in the line of fire for somebody who ain't going to fight for themselves. You know what I mean? You have to have a certain amount of backbone when you're trying to actually self-improve and get to certain areas in life, because you will face obstacles that you haven't faced, and the only way to gain experience in facing those obstacles is to face them head on. You know what I mean? Don't avoid it. Do not avoid it. Just like you shouldn't avoid like bad days, or when you're trying to get to where you're going in life. You're gonna have bad days that you can't avoid. You're gonna have obstacles you can't avoid. You're gonna have people you can't avoid. Face them head up, charge straight ahead, knock those obstacles down with all your might, because they can't hold you down forever if you diligently trying to break the mold or break through them. Yeah, I used to be passive aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like confrontation. I didn't like, it's a confidence thing too. When you stand in confidence, you're better able to confront people. You have to be more confident about the things that you say and do. You know what I mean? Build your confidence up to a point where you're comfortable saying certain things to people that need to be said. Confidence is key in anything you do. Have confidence in anything you do, even if you're doing it wrong, because eventually you will learn. Build your confidence up to go out and achieve the things that you need to achieve. And the more confidence you have, like I said, it'll help you in those confrontations that are unavoidable. It takes a certain amount of confidence. People don't like people who are unconfident, especially if they are confident themselves. You have to have confidence in yourself in anything you do, no matter what it is. You might not even necessarily be doing it right, like I just said earlier, but still approach it with confidence. Like I said also, that better helps you to deal with confrontations with people. I'll just say, once genetics start kicking in, I used to have really long hair, then it started kind of thinning out a little bit. I'm not bald yet, but I can see where it's heading. It kind of fucked with my confidence a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I started going to the gym, I moved, I started doing more things in life as far as trying to achieve my goals and whatnot. My confidence kind of got a little bit better. Right now, I'm more confident than I've been in a long time, simply because I'm trying to do different things and trying to, achieve things that I want to achieve. But confidence is key in anything you do. Don't forget that. Build yours up no matter what it takes. Do different things. Doing things you haven't done before builds it up. Talking to more people builds your confidence up. Having those uncomfortable conversations, like I said, that builds your confidence up. There are a lot of things you can do to build it up to where it needs to be, because you have to have a certain amount in order to get to where you're trying to be in life. I said everything I need to say, be confident in who you are, be confident in your looks, take steps, step in stride, you know what I mean? Every time you walk with confidence, walk with stride, like you got somewhere to be, walk with purpose in your life, period. When you just go about life with purpose. I know there are a lot of people out there who lack confidence to do the things that they want to do in life, and that's normal. It's normal. Some of us are insecure with certain things. We have our talents, and some of us are very talented individuals, but we don't have confidence. There are a lot of talented people that don't have confidence in themselves, which is crazy to me, because why don't you have confidence? Who are you around that's making you feel like you don't have confidence and you got so much talent? It comes down to who you around, because there are people who don't want to see you shine. They see the talent in you, they see the light in you, but they want to dim it. I feel like that can be the cause of some people not having confidence but having immense talent and skills in certain areas. And it's kind of crazy to me. Like, I know people who are very good musicians, artists, but they not taking it serious. I don't know what it is. Like, some people from where I'm from, they have talent in music, but they don't want to pursue it seriously for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know the case for all of them. There are circumstances. Maybe they don't have enough support. Maybe it's a lack of confidence. I know confidence is probably, you can make a drinking game out of that right now, because I've said it about 20,000 times. But anyway, it's crazy to me, because I think sometimes you can be around people who don't want to see your light shine. They see you can move mountains and they see your talent, and they try to keep your mental blocked in so it don't shine and it don't outshine them. You got to be weary of those people, especially they might be closest to you. It's sad to say it. And you have to have enough confidence in yourself to let your light shine no matter what, and don't let nobody else dim it. There are a lot of you that have talents and have skills that you're afraid to show because of insecurities, and that's normal. But you have to get past those insecurities in order for your light to shine. You know what I mean? Don't squander your talent and your what you're capable of because of silly things like that. Don't let other people dim your light. Let yourself shine no matter what. And because if you let people drain your light and dim it, they will. I'm telling you, especially when they're insecure about themselves. And there's a lot of insecure people out there. So if you are around a group, or you're in an environment that doesn't want to see you prosper, and you know you have talent, it's time for you to move on. You letting your talent go to waste, and it's being squandered for no reason. Stop letting other people steal your light and let yourself shine. Gain the confidence you need to go out there and do what you need to do. And even if you don't particularly have a talent, if you're not particularly good at something and it's something that you want to do, still do it. It don't matter. Like I preach this all the time. You will get better at it over time. You know what I mean? Have enough confidence to still step out there on faith and do what you need to do to learn what you need to learn, about something you're passionate about. Yeah, believe in yourself a little bit more. You are a brighter individual than you give yourself credit for, and you have a lot of skills that need to be displayed out here in this world. And if you feel like there are people around you that are holding you back, no, well, honestly, nobody can really hold you back. Only you can hold you back. You can't really blame people after a certain point. It's all on you. If you letting people hold you back, that's because you have an issue mentally that you need to overcome. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people who, like I just said, will try to dim your light and make you feel like you're not capable. But once you get away from them, you figure out how capable you actually are. Once you get around the right people, you figure out how capable you actually are. So sometimes it's all about that change in environment and friends and whatnot. You know what I mean? Get around a group of people who are like-minded and who see potential in you. You know what I mean? But it all comes down to you. It's a mental game. You have to, like I said earlier, get out of your head, stop thinking so much, and own your potential and what you're capable of. If you continue to stay in your head, you'll never shine. So, put yourself in a position to shine. You will be grateful for it. Gain the confidence you need to keep going and get to where you want to be in your life and to achieve your goals and be a better person. Develop yourself to that point where nothing can kill your confidence. There are a lot of confidence killers out there, but once you build yourself up to a certain point, can't nothing stop you. And that's the point you got to aim for. And the more you try, the more people try, the harder it'll be to kill your confidence once you realize how talented you are and how much skill you have in whatever you're doing in life. Get out of your head and don't let other people in your head to dictate your behavior and how you go about your life. You will realize what you need to realize once you get yourself in the right mental space. Don't think so much about it. Just go do it. Yeah, that's really pretty much it. It's cold out here. I am at Hudson River Park. I almost wasn't going to record today, but here I am recording. Glad I am. That's pretty much it for this. Get out of your head. Build up your confidence. Express your true talent. Don't avoid confrontation, because you will come into points where you have to confront certain things in order to get to where you want to be in life and achieve your goals. And that's it. That's really about it. Nothing to it but to do it. So go do it. That's it for this video. Peace out.